Dodge City yards of the Santa Fe, a freight made up for the east. The engineer with his oil and waste was grooming the big iron beast. 10 cars back in the murky dust, the boxcar door swung wide, and a hobo lifted his pal aboard to start on his last long ride. The lantern swung and the freight pulled out, the engine it gathered speed. The engineer pulled the throttle wide and clucked to his fiery steed. 10 cars back in the empty box, the hobo rolled uphill, and the flare on the match on my partner's face was white and deathly still. As a train wheel clicked on the coupling joints, a song to the rambler's ears, the hobo talked to the still white form, his pal for many a year. For a mighty long while we rambled, Jack, with the luck of men that roam, with the back door steps of a dining room and a boxcar for our home. We dodged those bulls on the eastern route and the cops on the Chesapeake. We traveled the Leadville narrow gauge in the days of Cripple Creek. We drifted on down through sunny Cal on the rails of the old SP, and the ball we had through good and bad, a half belonged to me. And you made me promise to you, Jack, if I lived and you cashed in, to take you back to that old churchyard and bury you there with your kin. And you seemed to know that I'd keep my word, for you said that I was white. I'm keeping my promise to you, pal, 'cause I'm taking you home tonight. I hadn't the money to send you there, so I'm taking you back on the fly. It's a decent way for a boat to go back home to the by and by. I hadn't the money to send you there, so I'm taking you back on the fly. It's a decent way for a boat to go back home to the by and by. I knew that fever had you, Jack, but that doctor, he just wouldn't come. He was too busy treating the wealthy folks, the doctor a worn-out bum. As the train rolled over its rhythm of steel, straight through to the east it sped. The engineer in his high cab seat kept his eyes on the rails ahead. 10 cars back in the empty box, the lonely hobo cried, for the days of old and his pal so cold were taking his last long ride.